Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Christian Scott, Vice President of Global Marketing at a company called Opkix, Opkix. Thanks for joining us, Christian.
Oh, thank you for having me. We appreciate your time.
And for folks who like action cameras, wearable devices, boy, have you got something cool. Tell us about what Opkix is about.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Opkix is a wearable camera. Our system comes with two cameras that are about the size of your pinky, and they can be attached magnetically to a hat, to sunglasses, so you can get that POV look, or you can share it with a friend and get two basically views of the same action. So the way that I always describe it, being a sports guy, is when you watch a basketball game, a guy goes up and does a slam dunk, and they say, let's look at that from another angle. Our cameras allow you to do that and share with your friends. And both the cameras load into an egg, so all the information goes into one transfer case that loads up on your phone, and you can easily edit it and put it together from there.
And I guess to envision it, people can think of like the wireless earbuds, the AirPods that are out there, except that this is a little bit larger.
That's correct. Yes, it's similar in look, but it's a little bit larger. Still fits in your pocket, so you can easily put it in your pocket for a hike or a bike ride or whatever it is. And the case basically recharges the cameras and downloads all the information. So it's a little bit of a mini sort of computer that allows you to kind of keep using the cameras freely.
You know, how much storage do you have in the camera? There isn't a memory card slot here.
That's correct. So each camera stores 4 gigabytes of information or 15 minutes of video. And when you put it into the egg, it will, again, download all that information as well as recharge it. So for a fully charged egg with fully charged cameras, you get 16 gigabytes, about 75 minutes of capture.
Now, tell us what these are primarily being used for. I guess it's a pretty wide variety.
It is. You know, I think the best part of my job is basically connecting with people, giving them cameras, and then really sitting back and seeing what they'll come back with. So it's super interesting. The one thing that's really good about our cameras is very simple. It's one button on, one button off. There isn't a lot of detail into that. So our consumers are really people that get a little bit intimidated maybe by technology, or they don't want to dive into a manual that's, an inch thick. So for us, people have used them for things like stand-up paddle, cooking. We see a lot of people using them for cooking, riding bikes on beaches, just sort of that family stuff. And we're now, as the winter's coming here in North America, we're starting to see more people just, going with their family down the mountain, and they just want to get some good, clean video.
So people, since these are magnetically attached, people would want to know, hey, am I going to lose these? How easily will they fall off if I'm skiing, or if I'm on the water on a paddle board? Do I really have to worry?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. They are magnetically attached, and it's a strong magnet. I've mountain biked with it, and coming down with all the jarring, it doesn't fall off. And then people do need to be careful. Sometimes, like if they knock it off with their hand or they hit it pretty hard, crash if people are skiing or snowboarding, they're doing something and they crash. Those are the times when we have to really be careful. Most of our folks, again, are just someone that's having a nice ski down the mountain. It's not going through the park trying to do a 360. So we haven't run into too much of that, but it is definitely something to be aware of.
And how waterproof are they?
Yep, they're waterproof, so they are an IP68. So you can go down to about 30 feet or 9 millimeters. They actually pick up blues very well, so our underwater footage comes out really well. We actually had someone take it to Guadalupe Island and shark diving, and the footage is incredible. We have it on our social Instagram channel.
How did this come about?
It came about, so the founder, Shaheen, said, I want to go snowboarding. He's a snowboarder. He wanted to snowboard, but he didn't want a big camera stuck on the top of his head, that everybody kind of jokes in the Teletubby look. And he wanted to have a POV camera that was small enough so that it was still discreet. And he basically came up with the idea and went to a factory, and they were like, can't be done. It's too small. You can't do it. And he's like, no, we can do this. So he's worked with different scientists and engineers, and they came up with a way to do it. And that's essentially how it was born.
The quality is impressive for such small cameras. What's the resolution?
Yeah, it's a 30 frames per second. It shoots 1920 by 1080, and it's an HD video. So it's definitely good quality. And it's something that I always say to folks that, like a lot of any of the cameras, a lot of it depends on lighting and what your activity is doing. You know, some people say, well, it's too shaky. I'm like, well, you're spinning, you jumped out of a plane, you're spinning over and over. It's going to look like that because it's a POV camera. And that's the other thing is it's a POV camera. So if people are like, oh, I want to shoot something from across the way, well, this is really meant to be what your eye sees. So if it's up close and you can see it, then the camera's going to pick it up. If it's far away and it's hard to see, well, then it's going to be tough to see.
So what's next on the drawing board for the company? I mean, these are out and people can get them for the holidays. What do you have coming up?
Yeah, we basically just launched. We're the true definition of a startup. So we're having a lot of fun with it, building the brand. We just did some videos with surfer Mick Fanning and ex-football player LeGarrette Blount. So we're starting to get some more interesting content for our social. From a product side, you're absolutely right. We're gearing up for the holidays here, and we just started really growing internationally. So we launched in Australia this past week, and we'll soon be launching in Dubai and in the Middle East. So slowly getting the word out there. But, you know, with everything that's been going on in the world, it's given us a good time to really fix everything internally, make sure we're ready to go and really do it right. That's our plan.
Terrific. So for more information and maybe to purchase, where do people go?
Yeah, please. If for more information, please opkix.com, OPKIX.com. And on Instagram, our social is @Opkix.
And I guess folks would want to know, hey, how much do these cost?
Yep. So it's $395, and that is because of it comes with 2 cameras. But I would definitely keep eye open as most companies are doing. We'll be running some specials for Black Friday through Christmas. So please give us a check.
Terrific. It's OPKIX.com. Christian Scott, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you for having us. I really appreciate it. And the best of luck to you and everybody out there.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations, and use the code Techstination to save 10%. That's gosun.co.